Hi, Melissa A. Wiringi here, and we're on day 8. So it's lesson 8 from A Course in Miracles. And today's lesson is My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. Now, I remember when I read this the first time, actually, I just understood it because I know that when we are holding on to our memories of the past, when we're thinking about things that are past experiences, that can sometimes seemingly shape our now, but it's not necessarily true. And I guess the sentence that I really liked in this lesson is the one wholly true thought one can hold about the past is that it is not here. And I think, wow, absolutely, because it's in the past. And a lot of times, anyone who's been through suffering or trauma, quite often we go and relive the past and bring up pain over and over again, yet it's not even there. It's like you're creating that within yourself until you've, I guess, moved into that space where you've taught yourself that it can't hurt you anymore. And I guess that's why I really connected with this lesson the first time around, was because I think I did see that. I saw that when I went through a period in my life where things were really tough, went through a bit of emotional and psychological abuse and left a really unhealthy, toxic relationship with my two babies. Like, my babies were about 3 months old and the other one was not yet 2. And at that time, like when I left, I held on to the cycle. I held on to the past around that, and I held on to it, and it kept causing me pain, and it kept coming up within me, and I kept suffering where I didn't need to suffer for that long. And it really wasn't until one of the greatest lessons that I learned was forgiveness, and it wasn't until I started unpacking all I'd been through and really staring it in the face and forgiving and letting go that I learned the power of really, like, that your past is just in your past, and if you let it overflow into today, and if you hold on to suffering and you don't let go, then it just impacts you every time you think about it. So that's one thing that for me, I feel really, really excessively grateful, and every time I talk about my past and where it was not nice, I always speak with such gratitude about it, because for me it's like one of the best experiences in learning life lessons. The what? Can you go get Noah to get it? Because I can't do it right now. It was just one of the most awesome life lessons to have learned, and to feel like I had figured that out was just a wonderful feeling, because I think, every time I look back on that scenario, it's so different. Like, I can remember what it was like when I was in it. I remember what it was like when I was so depressed I didn't want to get out of bed. I remember what it was like thinking, far out, like, I'd rather not be here. I remember that. And I remember even if someone had said to me, oh, it's not that bad, or oh, it's going to pass, or whatever, anyone could have said anything. I was that unhappy that it wouldn't have mattered what you would have said back then. It really wouldn't have mattered, because I wouldn't have listened. I was that unhappy. And yes, I'm just here. Look, here it is. It really wouldn't have mattered what you said to me back then.
Did you do it with Ethan and Kai jumping off?
Yes, but shush, because I'm on I'm not on the YouTube. I'm on the Facebook Live. And it was just that transformation, being able to go from such a depressed state where I remember how bad it was back then. But when I went through that journey of forgiveness and gratitude, every time I look back at that now, there's just no pain. It's all gratitude. It's all happiness. It's all peace. It's forgiveness. And it feels good, because instead of looking at my past as something horrible that happened to me, I actually look at my past and think, wow, what a blessing, and how grateful I am. And that is a big chunk of what the Course in Miracles is about, probably why I loved it so much. And so the exercises that we do is I seem to be thinking about, and it can be a name of a person or the name of an object, about a name of an emotion. And then you can just, I guess, you close your eyes, you're just watching your thoughts and ideas cross your path. And then you realize that then you can say to yourself, but my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. And that's just really realizing, like, when you have thoughts, like racing thoughts, and it's worry and it's about stuff that's in the past, it's in the past and it's not hurting you right now unless you're letting it hurt you right now. And that's where, I guess, one of the coolest things that I've ever learned was just understanding that you can't control anything except for your mind. Like, the mind is the one and only thing that you can learn to control. And most of us are never taught that we have to go through something, or we get really lucky and figure that out, that we need to teach ourselves to control that mind so that we feel good. And for me, I just always look at that as such a blessing. So yeah, that's a pretty cool lesson for me. I really, really liked lesson 8 both times around. My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. So yeah, I hope that's of use to someone, and I've started uploading these onto YouTube as well now, so that's awesome. If you're on YouTube, I'd love it if you would like to follow me there as well. That's quite cool. And yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful evening. It is Wednesday. I have to think. Gosh, isn't that terrible? You have to think about what day it is. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm doing okay. I might tell you a quick story while we're in this. I'm also doing a challenge at the moment, and it's a 90-day living on the edge challenge. And I started a bit after everybody else because I don't know, I've just been feeling so worn out. Like, it feels like maybe even the last 2 or 3 months I've just been so tired. And I was talking to one of my girlfriends, and I was like, everything has gone out the window. But what's really bizarre is that I'm way more tapped in than I ever have been before. And so usually I can write questions down and I get answers right away. And at the moment, like, I can actually say it out loud or just say it in my head and I get the answer straight away back. And it's so clear. And I've just been feeling so tired, and I was like calling myself on it, like, is this just ego? I just want to sleep all the time. And it was just like, no, you just need to rest. Like, this kid over here, he didn't sleep for about 2.5+ years, and still wakes up during the night and stuff. And it was just like, there's just like this really soft but powerful, like, you just need to listen to this. And so funny, I was like, okay, I'll listen. And then 2 days later, I'm like setting my alarms for 5 a.m. because I'm just like, where is my time? And then I just felt Spirit just saying to me, like, you've just got to just give it 2 weeks. Trust me. Just trust me 2 weeks. So I'm giving it the 2 weeks, but that has like taken my morning quiet time out. But it's weird because I haven't felt it. Usually, like, if I'm not meditating all the time, I can feel myself, being just sort of like closer to losing it. I get more closer to depression if I'm not in that space. But at the moment, it's just like, no, just rest and just sleep and just rest. Go to bed early and wake up late and do what I need to do, because I feel like that's been calling for a long time. And I guess this morning when I was like, what am I doing at the moment? And it's just like, oh, you're just resting. And why am I doing this? Because, like, you're getting taught to run your business from a space where you don't need any time. And I think for me, what I'm noticing is it's like detaching from that work ethic. It's like detaching from this hard work hustle mentality. It's so funny because I always write sentences like, oh, I've got to work that out. And it's like, no, okay, we're going to try and get that out of me. And again, it's a past belief. So it's like everything that I've seen around my business has always been work, work, work. And it's like, no, this business is not about that. This business is about sharing impact and helping people in their lives, but it's not about the hustle. So that was a real fun conversation I had with my soul self this morning, and I thought I should share it because it kind of ties into the whole, like, your past conditioning and releasing yourself from that. So anyway, I hope you are having a wonderful night, and I'm going to go now and try and put this guy to bed. But take care, have a lovely night, and we will talk again tomorrow. Bye.